everyone, it is your host Rose Danarine. Want to wish you and your family a happy new year from Keller Williams Liberty. We are kickstarting Spotlight Agent of the Month with Paul Dave. Paul Dave has been in the business for a very long time, and you're going to get to find out much more about him when I question him. Hey Paul, how are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
Thank you very much. So Paul, we are here to find out a little bit about you. How did you get started in real estate?
Well, as a matter of fact, I've been in real estate for 22 years this year, and it was pretty much by accident actually. It was like a funny story. I was walking past this sign that says help wanted. So I said, let me just go in here and see what's happening. So I went in there, and then the guy says, oh, this is a real estate office. Do you want to do real estate? So I said, sure, what does it take? He said, well, you got to go and do this exam, take this class, and come back with the license, and you'll be able to do real estate. So I said, okay, how hard can it be? So I went in there, did the course in a week, came back, and everything was fine. And he said, okay, here's this book, call all these people,
Right.
sell some houses, and make some money.
So at that time you were looking for a job. Clearly that's why you went in.
No, actually, I was not. I was just walking past, and I saw the sign, so I decided to do it part-time, actually. Because the process was so easy, and based on what they taught us at the school and the flexibility and everything else, it seemed as though something that I could work with and
Right.
have some additional income at the time.
Okay, so being that you were a new agent 22 years ago, what would be your advice for new agents to focus on? What were you focusing on back then?
Well, back then it was a little bit different from now because, you know, technology is a big thing now.
Yes.
Back then, you didn't have all these apps, all these great programs, all these things to make it so much easier for new agents to be able to get into real estate and do so much things right away.
Right.
Back then was really, I would say, it was tough because you actually have to do everything on your own. There was no help. There was a lot of binders, a lot of books, a lot
Right.
of things to read, and there's no apps, nothing like that. So I would say the new agents today have it so much easier than we had it 22 years ago.
Now, how do you, fast forward to now, how do you time block your day?
Well, time blocking is very important because that basically sets the way you plan your day out. So basically you have to pre-program it like a few days ahead or a week ahead to know exactly what you want to do. So you have, for example, you might have prospecting, you might have cold calling, you might have talking to past clients,
Right.
attorneys, follow up on deals, all those different things you have to do. So it depends on your schedule. So basically what I do is hourly time block it.
Okay.
So I will have a schedule based on that.
Now, what is one thing you would tell an agent that they should not do? What is one thing you think agents do incorrectly in their business?
Well, I would tell someone, do what you need to do today, don't put it off for tomorrow.
Okay.
So that's very important because people say, you know what, I'll do this later, I can do this tomorrow, and then they end up not doing it.
Right. So do it now.
Do it now. Do everything you can do now. That's-
Along with time blocking.
Yeah.
If it's not in your schedule. Are you like that? If it's not in your schedule, it does not exist?
It depends on if I have the time to do it. Sometimes you time block for a certain amount of hours so to do a certain task, and then you're done before the time is up. So it depends on your schedule as well.
Okay. So what is one piece of advice would you give someone, an agent, to grow their business?
I would say build your database. The most important thing, because you have to build your database, because
Right.
the more contacts you have, the more business you'll get down the road.
And a tip in building a database.
Well, ensure that you add it onto command, the most important thing. Add it onto command because command is, I would think, is probably one of the best tools I've seen in the past 22 years.
Okay, so I want to talk to you about scripts. FSBOs, expireds. If you can think of a script right now, what would it be?
Scripts, there's so many scripts for FSBOs and expireds, but the one I like for FSBOs goes something like this. Don't quote me word for word, but it goes something like this, like, hello, hi, this is Paul from Keller Williams Real Estate. How are you? Thank you for taking my call. Please don't hang up.
Oh, that's what you say off the bat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that usually puts them back, and they're like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you will go into another line that says something like this. I do this a lot of agents calling you guys to list your house,
Mm-hmm.
but I work with buyers. Can I come by and take a look at the property?
Mm-hmm.
That's something I would say again, and then it will go on from there.
Yeah, I think that's really creative and brilliant, saying, hey, please don't hang up, because when we have thousands of agents calling the same FISBO or expireds, telling them don't hang up sort of catch them off guard, which I think is
Yeah,
good.
because every agent calls the same FISBO most of the times.
Right.
So they get this constant calling of people using the same scripts most of the times.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes if you mix it up and do different things, you might get through faster.
Okay. All right. So now looking back into going the span of 22 years, if you had to change one thing in your business, what would it be?
The one thing I would change is add more people to my database.
Okay. So database is the name of the game. Database,
Yeah.
database. You would go out, lead gen a little more, and just add it.
Just add as much people as you can, because you never know when that's going to come up as a potential part of business for you down the road.
Now, you mentioned Command, and now that we're talking about database, how has KW, Keller Williams, changed your life?
Well, previously it was a bit different, but Command is like for the 21st century and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
To be quite honest, I haven't seen anything that is so pretty much gives you all the information you need, does everything for you.
Mm-hmm.
All you have to do is just follow Command and listen, and you will grow your business just by doing that.
And well, staying on the topic of Keller Williams, what do you like about Keller Williams Liberty in particular?
Well, the Keller Williams brand is great. Keller Williams Liberty is like a very family-oriented atmosphere. I've been here for at least 17 years,
Mm-hmm.
and we have a great team, a great team leader,
Mm-hmm.
and a great staff, and everybody makes you feel so welcome and at home,
Mm-hmm.
and you grow your business. You feel comfortable working here. That's personally for me.
Right, and you're always winning most of the costume competitions too, which is great.
Yeah, that's something I do.
So Paul, it was so wonderful interviewing you. Is there anything you would like to add to it? Did I miss anything, or do you think we covered it?
Well, the other thing I would like to add for new agents is that don't give up.
Okay.
Keep trying. Use Command.
Mhm.
Add people to your database and take the classes. It
Right.
really helps.
Right, and something that you and I discovered earlier is even if you have to add 5 people daily to your Command database, that's a start, right?
5 people, 1 person, 10 people, as much as you can every day. Don't put what you can do today for tomorrow, most importantly.
Well, Paul, it's been a pleasure interviewing you. 22 years in the business. Great advice. I look forward to working with you, and Happy New Year to you.
Same to you. Thanks.